Okay children, in yesterday's class we were discussing about diffusion and sublimation. In today's class let us discuss all these topics. The very first topic is what is matter made up of? What is matter made up of? What is matter actually? Anything which has mass and occupies some space is matter. Now here the question is what is matter made up of? You see different things around you. For example, let us take a wall. What is the smallest unit of a wall? A brick. Again, if you take that brick, it has some sand particles. Again, if you take the single sand particle, it has further small particles. Like that, every matter is made up of small particles, the smallest particles called atoms or molecules. We will prove this with the help of a small activity. Now, for this activity you need at least 4 beakers. Let us take 150 ml beakers. This is 150 ml and 150 ml. Now, what you do is add 100 ml of water, put 2 grains of potassium permanganate. They are purple in color. The entire water turns purple because of the grains of potassium permanganate. Once it dissolves, this entire water will turn purple in color. What you can do is fill the other 3 beakers with 90 ml of water. Just water, nothing else. Take a test tube. Take 10 ml of water from this and add it into the second beaker. What do you observe? You observe that even this water turns into purple. Now take 10 ml from here and add it here. Again, you no doubt the color keeps on fading, but you can still see the color. From this again you take 10 ml and add it into the last beaker. That also becomes colorful, but the color keeps on fading, but you can see fine particles of the color. This shows that every material or every matter is made up of small particles. They are called atoms or molecules. Now that's about it. Our next topic is there exists a space between particles. For this activity, what you do is you take a beaker, add water in the beaker, take a tablespoon of salt and add it. Now when you add the tablespoon of salt, will the water level rise? Let us keep a mark on the water level that we have taken. Will the water level rise initially? You will see that the water level does not rise because there exists some space between the water particles. In the space itself, the salt particles will be moving or settling in the space. Further you add one more spoon of salt. Still you can see that the water level does not rise. The water level begins to rise only when all the space in the water is completely occupied by the salt particles that you have added. So what do you understand from this activity? You understand that there exists some space in between the water particles. That is about our third topic. Let us come to the fourth topic. Particles of matter attract each other. What is this? Let us open a tap. Let us say water is coming out of the pipe. Now, can you break the flow of water? Let us say you are keeping your hand, you are trying to break the flow of water. What will happen? The water will flow from sides when you are keeping your finger here. This shows that there is strong attraction between particles of water which doesn't allow the flow to break. Now, take a piece of iron nail, try to break it with the help of a hammer. Now, as you break this, can you rejoin once again? No, it is very hard to rejoin. Similarly, break a piece of chalk and try to rejoin. Can you rejoin once again? It is not so easy because you have broken the strong forces of attraction that was present between the particles. So this shows that there exists some force of attraction between the particles of solids, liquids as well as gases. Our last topic is how diffusion takes place. How diffusion takes place? What is diffusion actually? It is nothing but the movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration. Here observe the word movement, means the particles have to move from one place to another place for diffusion to take place. We have discussed in the incense stick activity that when somebody holds an incense stick at one corner of a room, person standing on the other corner can easily smell it, because the incense particles, they move in the air and they spread, so that the person standing at other corner also can smell the perfume or the fragrance, right? Now, particles of solids, liquids and gases, they can diffuse in liquids and gases. The speed of diffusion of gases is much higher than that of liquids, and the speed of liquids is much higher than that of solids. Now, we will discuss a small experiment or an activity. Let us take bromine gas. Bromine gas is a brown colored gas. What we are doing is, we are trying to diffuse it in the air. Take the bromine gas and release in the air, you can see the brown color gas spreading. Now take the same bromine gas and try to diffuse in vacuum. Where do you think it will spread faster? In the air or in the vacuum? Vacuum means perfectly empty space. Vacuum means perfectly empty space without any particles in it. It is just like, it is easy to move on a road where there is less traffic, and it is difficult to move on a road where there is more traffic. Now you try to tell me, in which case does bromine gas spread faster? In vacuum or in air? Obviously vacuum is empty space, so obviously bromine spreads faster in vacuum compared to air. So that is the topic for today. With this chapter ends. We will continue in the next class.